Hi all, welcome to Objective Reality. Today's topic is about methods of manipulation, again continued, and today's topic is about projection, but before that, psychological projecting, right? But before that, there's just one question and one answer. One question and one answer that I'd like to ask and give the answer to. How deep does it go? Right? How deep does it go? Now, I had a nice day today by a swimming pool. Yeah, I had a lovely day by myself by a swimming pool, and for those of you who know me intimately, as I know my fears and stuff, you all will know that one of my deepest fears was navigating in deep water. Right? Navigating in deep water. So the first question I would always ask if I go to a pool or to the sea is, how deep is it? Right? How deep is the deepest end? Right? How deep is the deepest end? And today I was asking that same question to some people who were in the pool, but I didn't get an actual answer, but I got an answer in a way that I did not expect, right? So nobody actually told me how deep the deep end of the pool was, but I eventually made my way to the deep end of the pool, and the answer that I received, not from any human being but from the creator, from source itself, right, was be comfortable with not knowing the depth, right? Be comfortable with not knowing the depth. Be comfortable with not knowing the depth of water, because whether it's 6 feet of water or 60 feet of water, whether it's 4 feet of water, 6 feet of water, or 60 feet of water, your technique in navigating the water remains the same, right? Your technique in navigating the deep water, the waters, remain the same, right? So the same concept or technique that you employ in 5 feet of water, when you can feel the ground beneath your feet, right? So for those of you who actually have this anxiety with deep water and swimming and so on, the same technique that you would employ to keep yourself afloat in 5 feet of water, when you can feel the ground beneath your feet, is the same exact technique you employ in 6 feet of water, 7 feet of water, 8 feet of water. Being comfortable with not feeling ground, right? Being comfortable with not feeling the ground beneath your feet, right? It is called being comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Being comfortable with being uncomfortable, because real growth, as you all know, right? This is not something that we do. Real growth cannot take place where you can feel what is below your feet, right? Cannot always take place where you know. Real growth takes place in the unknown and the uncomfortable, right? So today, this video will be uploaded on a later date than I am speaking here. Right, today is September 6th. I'm not sure when I'll be uploading this video, but this video is a very special one to me, and this date today is a very special day to me, right? Because it is a representation of me overcoming one of my greatest fears, a childhood fear, which I had since I was the age of 5, redeveloped it again, redeveloped this fear at the age of 9, and then when I was going to university, I redeveloped the fear again of navigating deep water, right? So today I'll be 33 this year, right? And I'm not ashamed to say that, hey, this was something that I was afraid to do, right? So today is a very special day to me because it marks a day of courage. Overcoming a fear should always be a big deal for you, right? Overcoming fear is a reflection of taking action, is a reflection of emerging the courage that exists deep within you, right? And these things, sometimes you need to be alone to do it. Remember in my last video I would have said, before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem issues, before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem issues, make sure that you are not actually surrounded by assholes, right? And this is what is leading me into this discussion on projection, right? So people who have insecurities themselves within themselves, not comfortable with themselves, right? Not comfortable with who they are, either on the inside or externally, whatever, right? People who are uncomfortable being in their bodies, in their mind, right? We tend to use projection, right? It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens, right? Projection is a psychological tool. It is a method of manipulation. Meaning projecting the issues, the internal issues, fears, insecurities that people have within themselves, projecting it onto you, right? So you come to be the one to take on their insecurities, their issues, their internal issues, and so on, right? You come to be the one to inhabit these insecurities and issues that people face, and so what exists within you remains buried inside, right? Projection. So like examples of this would be like when people be like, you sure you could do this? Like, you sure you're capable of doing this? You sure you could do this? Right? Or when someone or people or the world know that they are incapable of acting, taking action for themselves, taking right action, taking any kind of action, right? For themselves, and see you doing it. And the first line of thought and word towards you, the first line of their word, thought, action towards you is one to deter you, one that will deter you, discourage you, question you, deter, discourage, and question, right, what you are doing and if you are capable of doing it, and even tell you that it is crap, that it is bullshit, right? So this is called projecting one's insecurities, internal insecurities, because let's believe the problems that we face in this world is really one that comes from internal, right? Whether it be if you don't like how you look on the outside, or whether it appears to be an external issue that a person has, is always driven from something deep in your psychology, right? Whatever is wrong in the world, right? It is always rooted in something that is deep in one's psychology, right? Psychology. One's internal makeup. Your internal makeup. right? So this discussion, and this is done, look, police officers do this by the nature of their jobs, right? By nature of jobs, so we blend in everything in, right? Methods of manipulation is governmental as well, right? Methods of manipulation for the most part, right? So this happens in everyday lives, in our daily lives, personal level relationships. This happens at the governmental level, right? The mere fact that police officers exist and carry out the type of work, the nature of work that they do, right? Which is serving the dark occult forces. I don't care if people want to be like, oh, for the most part they are good police officers, la la la, right? Police officers are necessary, they do good work, right? Wherever you go in the world, right, you will see different application of different cultures. The police officers might reflect a different character to you, right? They might reflect a different character to you. But just because someone is being nice or polite to you, right? And I'll draw back to what I was told to, oh, I come in here to teach, but watch my attitude, right? Just because someone is, a police officer is nice to you, right? You had a nice experience with a police officer, right? Does not mean that police officer serves the force of good in the world, right? It does not mean that the police officer serves the force of righteousness in the world that we live in, right? It's a very simple concept to understand, right? Government, by nature, are the ones who create chaos, who engineers chaos, who creates all the wars that ever existed throughout history, right? Government at the helm, right? Authority, human authority is responsible for all wars, right? And this has to do with the projection of fear as well, right? Using all these tactics, engineering wars, engineering diseases, engineering viruses, injecting fear, right? Projecting fear onto the masses, right? Let us post every day, create a new illness. So it's called problem, reaction, solution, right? Create a problem, evoke a sense of reaction from the population, and then come and say, oh, I can solve this, right? When you as an individual can solve all your problems internally, right? You as an individual have the capacity within your own psychological makeup to solve all the problems that you experience in the world internally, for yourself, by yourself. And I'll explain something with regard to my navigating deep water today. Now, strangely enough, this only happened after I actually came here and continued my teaching of spiritual law. So I started this spiritual journey back home in Trinidad since mid last year. And life brought me here. And I didn't stop. Every day, consistently, I kept progressing with this spiritual journey. Right? And today felt like a kind of milestone for me, because now that I was seeking, I didn't expect learning to navigate deep water to be an actual, I don't know if to call it a reward, but it's an outcome, a result, right? And of me embarking on this particular spiritual path, right? I didn't expect to learn to swim. I can't swim, I just navigate the water, right? But I didn't expect that I would navigate deep water when I came here, right? It wasn't something that I expected, it was something that just happened, right? It was something that happened, right? And the only thing that I really did different in life was to employ some courage, right? Was to employ some courage and to speak the spiritual laws, the natural laws, which I've been teaching since I was home, and I did not give it up. right? I did not give it up when I moved here, right? I continued on my path, I continued on this journey, right? And I still am continuing on the journey. Now, this is to show that if you demonstrate, or when you demonstrate care for the entire universe, not concern yourself with, oh, is this going to work out for me? Is this valuable for me? Is this worth it for me? Right? Me, right? Is this going to make me money? Is this going to do this for me? Is this going to do that for me? Right? Selflessly given. Selflessly given. When you show care to the universal powers, to the universal law that govern the consequences for our behavior, when you demonstrate law, that when you demonstrate care for the entire universe, the creator of the universe, inevitable, right? And this is not looking for a reward, it's just the inevitable outcome. The inevitable outcome of you teaching, aligning with spiritual law, is that spiritual law, the universe, looks out for you, right? When you look out for the entire universe and teach the creator's laws with the aim of ultimate human freedom on earth, right? With the aim and the intention and the goal of ultimate freedom on earth, which is non-violence, embarking on the path of non-violence, then the universe, that, like I said in a past video, when you bow to universal law bows to you, right? And this is a selfless act. It is an act that is, if you have an ounce of selfishness in committing yourself to this path, you might as well don't do it, right? You might as well don't do it at all, right? If you say, hey, I'm embarking on this path because even if I want to stay healthy, if I want to stay, if I want to get in a relationship, once you have some kind of selfish motive, right? A selfish motive, you might as well take a step back, reevaluate your intentions, and then embark on the path, right? Take a step back, reevaluate your intentions, and then embark on the path, right? Because the reason why this path is tough, it's tougher than other what you call spiritual paths or religious paths that people take in life, right? Because there are many religious paths or other spiritual paths that claim to have the solution, right? There are a million different spiritual paths, including New Age and so on, that claim to have the solution to your problems, right? But the reason this path, which is the path of healing through natural law, the reason why this path is one of the hardest paths is because it is absolutely selfless. It is absolutely selfless, right? It emerges from a love and care within you that doesn't have to do with wanting. And if you all really had taken my videos from the start, right? If you all had really took in my videos, if you all really took in my videos, these are things that I've said and made abundantly clear, right? That it is a path that is a selfless path. You cannot concern yourself with what is the outcome for me, right? Whilst you're on this journey, you can't say, hey, what am I going to get out of this, right? What am I going to get? How am I going to personally benefit, right? The personal benefits would come when you least expect it, right? The personal benefits might come when you least expect it, right? So just the important thing is to focus and press forward, focus and press forward without allowing anything or anyone to deter you from accomplishing what you are aiming to accomplish on earth.